Dr. King Memorials, written by Kira. Who was Dr. King and why he is important? Introduction. A memorial in Washington, D.C. honors Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. The memorial has a large sculpture of Dr. King and famous words that he said. This stands the time is the way right to do what is right. Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Who was Dr. King and why do we remember him? Dr. King was a great leader. He wanted equal rights for all people, no matter their race or color. The South. Dr. King grew up in Georgia, a state in the South, in 1930s. Racism would come in the South, and many laws were unfair to black people. The laws kept black people and white people separate from each other. Black children had to go to different schools from white children. Black people had to use different drinking fountains from white people. People had to sit at the back of city buses. The front seats were only for white people. Black people also rode in a different road cars than white people. Black people weren't allowed to use the same restroom as white people. Dr. King's work. Dr. King wanted to unfair laws change. He wanted the laws to treat people all over race equally. He talked to many people about how to change the laws. Hate will never end hate. Only love will end hate. Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Dr. King wanted to use peaceful ways to make change. He said there were already too much hate in the world to use violence. Did you know Rosa Parks would not give up her seat at the front of the bus in 1955? She was arrested. People around the country heard about it. Her courage helped change the unfair laws. Dr. King and other leaders marched with many people as a peaceful way to fight racism. They hoped to get the unfair laws changed. They also fought against racism by peacefully refusing to follow the unfair law. For example, they held sit-ins. They sat at dinner counters where only white people were allowed to sit, refusing to move. Some people were arrested by the police, including Dr. King. New laws. Dr. King and other leaders worked hard for years. In 1964, the government changed the unfair laws. The new laws are fairer. It is now against the laws to treat people differently because of their race. Black children and white children can go to the same school. Everyone can sit where they want to a bus, a train, and a restaurant. The same water fountains and restrooms can be used by every race. Dr. King's dreams. Dr. King wanted all people to be free under the law. He wanted laws that were fair to everyone. He dreamed that people of every color would get along. Today, the laws are fairer, but there is still work to be done. If I cannot do great things, I can do small things in a great way. Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. When people see his memorial, they remember Dr. King and his dream of fair laws and free people to carry on his work. Glossary, law, rules, sets of rules made by both government. Memorial, something that represents the memory of a person, place, thing, or event. Peaceful, without physical fighting. Protectors, show strong disagreement. Racism, the belief that one race is better than other, request treatment based on shared beliefs. Separate, set or keep apart. Connection, writing and art. Read a program about why it's so important for Dr. King to make change in a peaceful way. Social study, learn more about Dr. King's life. Make a timeline that includes 5 important events from his